going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're having a beautiful day. Today we're going to be listening to NEU. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I'm just going with what I think. We're going to be listening to NEU with the song Issy. Easy? Icy? This is the first track off of their album NEU 75, which was released in 1975. So, this is another one of those bands that has shown up, sprinkled about in the comments, and finally I'm working my way right around to them. The only thing I know about the band is that they are, I always mispronounce this I think, but kraut rock, I believe. That is really all I know. I've never heard of them before. I don't know what they sound like. I didn't read anything about them. So this will be totally new. So let's go ahead and get into it. I hope you're having a great day. This is Issy, Easy, Icy by NEU. There was 6 seconds left at the end. Okay, first of all, I still saw the other album back there. All right, this seemed like a 5 minute introduction for the album. So I'm gonna actually play the next song, which is Seeland. Yes, the second track on the album, Seeland. I'm gonna play that in just a moment because I do want to see where the rest of this goes. This is the first time I've ever heard of the band. This is my first introduction, and I feel like there may be something more. So I want to have just a little bit more, extra slice. You know, it's like when you have one slice of cake, you enjoyed the cake, but you're still like that dessert hole is still not filled. So I want to fill my dessert hole. Yeah. So Icy, I think it's easy. Easy is a track, honestly, I really enjoyed. It's very repetitive, right? No doubt, it's very repetitive. But it's a certain kind of sound and space that I enjoy. And I've always said that, right? And I mean, this really can go for anybody. A song can be repetitive, it can hit the same beats and notes and everything, but if you enjoy that actual space, if you enjoy the notes being played and the atmosphere in which you're thrown into, then you're not necessarily going to mind it being repetitive, you know? And I love how dreamy the piano is being played. I love it sounds like little like flourishes of harmonies that come in. You hear some, I think they're vocals, like a female vocalist that comes in, sprinkled every once in a while in there. The drumming is just very static. It's bum, 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 right? But that's okay. You hear that he has a little bit of room to explore on the fills. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of Autobahn with Kraftwerk. And I know that they're both German. Is Kraftwerk considered krautrock? I actually don't know. I guess, or maybe I just forget. I may know, but I just forgot. But it has that same kind of repetitive sound, but this is very dreamy. I actually really like the atmosphere they have going on here. Let me just pull it back a little bit. Sorry for the volume, if that was loud. See, it's like you got little firework explosions. Nothing grand, but just little ones. And then you have some synth lines that are weaved in and out of there. It actually feels really nice. It's got a nice and steady groove. Yeah, I think that it actually, works very well. I don't think that there's a lot to say about it except for the atmosphere that it establishes, but I enjoy the atmosphere it does establish. So just looking at the actual group here, Michael Rother is on the guitar, keyboards, and the vocals. It may have been his vocals that I think that I heard amidst the music here. And I say I think because this is one of those tracks where I enjoy the atmosphere, so I'm just kind of like, I just leave myself with it. I just exist with the atmosphere. I kind of melt with it, to lack of a better word. So, like, I thought I heard voices, but I can't be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. And if they are, then it was him. And then you have Klaus Dinger, who's playing the drums here. And I guess you have a Thomas Dinger that's also playing drums, but he's playing drums on side 2. So interesting that one drummer is only playing for side 1, it seems, and another drummer on side 2. And you actually have a third drummer, Hans Lamp, on side 2 as well. Now, are the Dingers, are those two brothers? Because one is Klaus, one is Thomas. I would imagine so. But that's an interesting idea. I wonder why they had the drummers playing like on different sides, different drummers for different sides. But I do want to go ahead and go into the next track, which, like I said, is Seeland, just because that seemed like a very nice introduction to get you settled into the mood of the album. But I do want to see where it develops further. So let's go ahead and let Seeland play. Let's go. All right, so obviously that's leading into the next track with the rain. I feel so mellowed out right now. Let me tell you guys what I saw really quick, okay? Now I definitely have a better idea, at least with how new sound on this album. I was kind of getting the idea, the visual, of either being in a high-rise apartment, a high-rise, I don't know, suite, and you're in one of those rooms high above the city where it's just like pure glass from ceiling to floor. And it's about, I don't know, twilight time, getting towards dark, where the city lights start to come on. The sun is most of the way down, so you have that kind of purple haze in the sky. And slowly, we descend with that sunset. And we ascend with the city lights. Clouds form up in the skies, and then it starts to downpour. Kind of like at the end of the song there. And you have this kind of neon glow from the city reflecting upon your window. I don't know. I just got a lot of colors from this piece. I love the development of the guitar and the synth usage in here. I also really enjoy the theme, pretty much, that plays, that repetitive ba 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 ba. Like, it feels good. This is music that I feel like you could listen to and be really bored by. And if you were bored, I would love to know. Or it's music that you can be enthralled by and invigorated by. And I would love to know that too. I want to know what your thoughts are, no matter what. I always do. You know, even if you hate the songs, even if you love the songs, I want to know all opinions, you know? Because that's how we learn from one another, by listening to each other. But I thought that these were like... For me, and this type of music, it works very well. Incredibly melodic. To me, it's as interesting as it is repetitive. And like I said on the first track, if I enjoy the headspace, I'm more than happy to stay in that headspace. And Seeland really brought up the beauty that we already heard in Easy. Like, nice use of the crashes as well. And in the emptiness, you have little swirls of light that fill in the space. And you constantly have little rises, melodies that are working off of each other. I feel like this could be looked at as simple, but I also feel like it has a lot of layers in it. And I think that the depth in these two pieces is found in a lot of the space between the notes and a lot of the emptiness. That's where a lot of the depth is rather. And then of course it's the melodies and the instruments that fill in and how they fill in. That really dictates how emotionally these two tracks hit you. And I like this is fantastic. This may not be the most exciting live show you go to, like initially, but I feel like once the lights lower, once the music starts and it begins to drone, I feel like you're transported and taken to another place. And isn't that what good music should do? It should take you somewhere, make you feel something, make you think of things you haven't thought, dream of dreams you haven't dreamt. That's what good music does, and I feel like this was that. So let me just look to see if there's any interesting information, because like I said, I don't know anything about the band. Now looking on Wikipedia, it says that they are described as, like I said, krautrock, experimental rock, psychedelic rock. So is all their music like this? Or do they do completely other things? Because I'll be honest, I don't know why, but I thought that this was going to be like really heavy, punky kind of music. I don't know why, but I thought this was going to be like that kind of sound. And this was completely different. This album saw NEU regroup after a few years' break. By the way, this is their third album, during which time Michael Rother had worked together with Cluster in the supergroup Harmonia. By this time, blah, 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 blah. All right, so I guess that Klaus, Dinger, and Rother had different ideals for the band. Dinger wanted, I'm sorry if it's not Dinger, maybe it's Dinger, but he wanted a more aggressive rock-influenced sound, and Rother wanted more ambience. Okay, as a result, they agreed to a compromise. Okay. Side 1 of the record was recorded in the old NEU style as a duo, with Dinger playing drums. For the pieces on side 2, Dinger switched to guitar and lead vocals, recruiting his brother, and Hans Lamp, to play drums. It says that it's essentially a split record, subtly melodic in the first half, and boldly unconventional in the second. I'm not going to read any more. Ooh, okay. So if that's the case, then the next track, Le Voile, is going to carry on this electronic ambience we got going on. And the second half, Hero, E-Music, and After Eight, are assumedly, from what I've read, going to be something completely different. Kind of two sides led by different people. That's kind of an interesting way to have two strong creative forces, but to have them both have a somewhat equal input. Okay. All right. That is actually really interesting. All right. Hey, let me know what you guys thought, though. You can let me know what you thought of these tracks in the comments. You can follow me on Twitter. You can do so many things, but I do hope that you enjoyed the music. Hope that you enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.